Well, howdy folks. I'm going to show you all how to make a real inexpensive but really nice flagpole. As you can see, I got this steel pole right here. Just happened to be here on the property, and I bought a few items to go along with it. Of course, a flagpole wouldn't be a flagpole without a flag light, and that's what that's for. And that stuff over there is to clean up this pole. You see it's kind of rusty. And I'm going to paint it white, except for the top knot, and I'm going to paint that gold. Now the top I got is nothing but a old trailer hitch, and I found it, and it fits exactly in the bottom of my pole. Here's a few other pieces of hardware we needed for the flag, and now to get started. Now to prepare the pipe, as you can see, it's pretty rusty. It's been laying out here for a long time. I got me some Crud Cutter rust sticks down at Bob's. As you can see it here in the bucket. And I'm just going to take a little steel wool and go to work on this thing and see if I can get a lot of the rust off. Well, I did a little bit of this pipe here. As you can see, that anti-rust stuff works pretty good. I got down this far here so far, and I used a piece of steel wool, and the solution. That's all I did. Just rub some on there, and then rub it off with a rag. Well, this stuff is working pretty good. As you can see, I got about 3/4 of it done already. I've only been working on it now for about 15-20 minutes. Got that last little bit to do down there. Well, there's the whole pipe. It's all done. Got all the rust off it. Well, so far, that's one can of primer. And before I finished it, I wanted to show you folks something down here on the bottom. Actually, this is the top. And that is the nut to accept the top round ball that I've got. That's nothing more than the nut that came on the end of that trailer hitch ball. Yeah, I put caulking around the outside of that screw so no water will get in. That's got some marine caulking on it. But there it is, one whole can of paint. That's primer. Did that whole flagpole. I'm glad I got 3 cans because I'm going to use them all. I'm also going to use 3 cans of paint on this thing. Well, there's the whole flagpole with 2 coats of primer on it. I'm going to put another coat of primer on it, but I wanted to show you folks one more thing here, and that is where we're going to put it. I've got a hole dug over here. Okay, as you can see now, I went down pretty good. Widened a hole at the top with a shovel. Put my post hole diggers down in there. That's as deep as I need to be. And that's going to hold the flag in position against any kind of wind. Well, it's finally time to paint that flagpole ball gold. And what you do is paint several thin coats of gold paint on that. It's going to look brand new. Well, there's a couple of coats of gold paint on that ball. You can see what it's going to look like when it's finished. Several more coats of paint, and that's going to be beautiful. Okay, what I wanted to show you was how I tied this snap link here on the cord. What I did was, first I burnt the end of this and just kind of smushed it together. What you do is you bend that around like that. You uncoil this and run this through the coils just like that. Kind of straighten it out a little bit as you go along. pull this in tight. So that the coil is wrapped around the rope, just like that. Straighten it out with your hand. Make it nice and neat. Then you take a bit of cord. This is nothing more than cotton string I got from the kitchen. And you make a loop. Have the free end come down here and the loop end go toward the snap link, just like that. And you take the end of this string and you start wrapping it around, kind of holding the loop in place. You wrap it all the way up to the end of the loop. Okay, then you take the end of the string, put it through the loop. Oops. Just like that. Hold that tight. Grab this free end that's down here and pull that through, just like that. Now you got to be careful not to pull it all the way through. You just want to kind of tug it tight. And that makes a real nice looking line. Then you simply cut the ends. Cut this end first. Pull that through so it doesn't show. Just like that. And you cut this end as close to the string as possible. Just like that. Then for a final thing, I use this Gorilla Glue, and this Gorilla Glue dries white, but it also expands, so you got to kind of be careful about it. You simply put it on there, put a little bit on, just like that. Don't want too much, because it will expand. And this is the messy part. You take your finger and you put it all around here. Spread that glue all around this area right here. And that will hold that in place forever. Make it watertight. Now what I'm going to do is put this cleat in here. You can see it's kind of a careful job. You want to make sure it's lined up with the holes. And stick it in. Oh, there we go. Not too tight at first. So I'll get the other one in. Just like that. That when you tighten up, then you finish tightening this. Just like that. That'll hold real good. Now this is the fun part. This is the ball that's going on the top. As you can see, I put some Teflon tape on it just to kind of further waterproof it. This goes in this hole just like that to the top of the flagpole. Simply screw it in. I've been waiting to do this for days. Yeah, it does. Okay, here we are ready to pour concrete into the hole. First I'm going to just make some concrete. I used a half a bag, 40 pounds of concrete mix. I'm going to mix it up, put it in that hole, a little soupy, then put the flag up, and then I'm going to take those rocks right here and put around that, straighten the flag up, and then mix the rest of the concrete and put it in there. Now, as you can see, we got some cement down on the bottom, some rocks on top of that. Now this is some mortar mix I'm going to put in on that.